I was trying to figure out what to do for my next video when I came across the MrBeast Logan Paul KSI Lunchly product launch.
Fiesta Nachos, 22 grams of sugar.
10 grams of sugar.
I have made a few videos about MrBeast and one about Logan Paul in the past. I don't know who KSI is and frankly don't have the interest to look him up. From what I can gather, these fucking idiots are selling plastic to children and calling it food.
Come in close and look at the queso cheese.
And their entire defense for doing so seems predicated on the fact that it's modestly better than a horrible product being sold by a terrible giant corporation.
It's better than Lunchables. That's our stance.
Though clearing even that low nutritional bar is apparently being debated. I was trying to think how to properly parody this topic. I was looking for a plot, some action, and maybe even a joke or two. Then it occurred to me, maybe I should just stab myself in the fucking face with a pencil instead. So here's my compromise. I'm just going to sit here, say my piece, and then move on. I'll get back to the parodies next week. You're welcome to stick around or leave. It's no hard feelings either way. Okay, here goes. Now, we all know that Logan Paul would sell his own mother to a glue factory if he could make 10 cents in the transaction.
I'm ashamed of myself.
He has done so time and time again at almost every turn. His ridiculous career as a professional fucktard is too boring to bother describing here.
That's it. People just hate us.
But just to say it, if you are still a Logan Paul fan at this point, just fuck off, honestly. But Jimmy Donaldson is a beast of a different color. Whereas Logan Paul seemingly never had, and certainly does not now have, anything close to a moral center from which to depart, there was a time about a decade ago when the conflict between Jimmy's better and lesser angels was on full display. My premise is that assailing Jimmy's character at this point in time for using his celebrity to sell poison to children and call it nutrition is making the false assumption that there is any character left inside him to assail. I don't think there is. Looking back at old videos, you can clearly see Jimmy's demise. A desperately insecure kid trying to be part of something, anything, trying to validate his own existence and say, hey, I matter. My heart kind of breaks for that kid, to be honest. Awkward as fuck in his too tight track pants and try-hard flip-flops. The moment, captured on camera by Jimmy's now disowned friend Ava Chris Tyson, occurs on a traffic island somewhere in North Carolina. In the video, Jimmy offers a homeless man $10,000. The man is stunned and disbelieving, clearly thinking that there must be some sort of catch. And of course he is right. The catch is that he must perform his gratitude on camera.
I mean, just to give him a little bit more idea of how you live and stuff.
Do you have to?
And then, as a final indignity, have lunch with Jimmy and Ava Chris. The confusion on Jimmy's face as the man waffles at the proposal of a lunch date is worth more than money can buy. For Christ's sake, guy, I just gave you 10 grand. The least you can do is not quibble about having fucking lunch with me. It'll be many videos later before Jimmy realizes he's got to hold on to the cash until the terms of friendship are fulfilled. In another video in the not-so-distant future, Jimmy will attempt to buy his mother's love with $100,000. He's starting to do the math. My own mother cost me 10 times a homeless guy? Fuck me. Quality friendships are going to be expensive. The homeless man does eventually acquiesce and go to lunch, a tribute to Jimmy's coercive talents. The awful event, reportedly at a Texas Roadhouse restaurant, happens entirely off camera, mercifully. I speculate it was all too cringe, even for a teenage MrBeast. As Jimmy gets better and better at making these sad videos, he populates them with avatars of friends who hold no scruples about the transaction afoot. They will literally do anything he asks, as long as there's a Tesla or a pile of cash in the offing. And Jimmy finally has the glowing validation his younger self sought. But the cracks are starting to show. The friends are starting to turn, some into women, and some to Dog Pack 404. Most of us weren't smart enough to monetize our worst instincts the way Jimmy and Logan did. We got to own that one. We let our better angels have their say, and we listened. As a consolation prize, though, at least our psyches aren't entirely frozen in the amber of selfish dumb boy shit. They grew and developed and hopefully matured into adult psyches, capable of compassion and caring. But Jimmy's psyche didn't go that way. He and his lunchly frat bros would rather fill their coffers while their young fans get diabetes. They say that the human male brain is still developing all the way into their mid-20s. MrBeast is now 26. Damn. Well, I guess that's that then.
On the internet.